Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Tyler from the Shaw Realm. Today I'm going to be bringing you another deck profile with our good buddy CK. What are you playing?
I am playing Phantasm Spirals, Pacifist, depending on what you call it. It's a stun deck.
So what made you want to play this?
I like stun decks. Stun decks are pretty cool, and I think this one is relatively budget-friendly for the most part. Not the version that I'm playing, but in general, this is a very budget-friendly deck.
So there's other options, more or less.
Yeah, and it's a cool deck. Like, it only plays 3 monsters for the most part. Like, that's pretty cool to me.
Alright. So, other than that, want to get to it?
Yeah, definitely.
Alright.
So, essentially in this deck, you play some package of, like, 3 vanilla monsters and 3 ways to search it. So, in this version, I'm playing 3 Mech Knights, because Mech Knights are cool, and 3 World Legacies Memories to summon it from hand or deck. So that's essentially the whole monster package, because this is a vanilla beatdown deck.
Alright.
Then you play as many draw cards as you can fit in. So I'm playing the 3 Extravagance, 3 Demise, and 3 Duality. Again, this is not the budget version, which is why I'm playing Extravagant, but if you are playing a budget version, you can play like the Desires, which has been reprinted into Infinity now. So like whatever draw cards you can fit in, that's what you fit in.
Okay.
So that's why that's budget friendly.
Yeah. It has different options for it.
Yeah. Then you play always 3 of the field spell.
Okay. What does the field spell do?
So the field spell, I'll read it out because it's easier to explain that way. You can't normal summon or special summon effect monsters the turn you activate either of this card's effects. Once per turn, if you normal summon or special summon exactly 1 normal monster and no other cards, add 1 Phantasm Spiral from your deck to your hand, so that will happen every time you normal summon. And then the relevant effect is, if your opponent activates a card or effect, except during the damage step, and you control no tokens, you can special summon 1 Phantasm Spiral token, Worm, Water, level 8, 2k, 2k. That's why it's relevant.
So really big beater.
And also that is not a once per turn. So if for whatever reason your token leaves the field, your opponent activates another card or effect, you get another token. That can happen as many times as you want per turn.
So it's like infinite recycle of a token?
Essentially, yeah. There's another card in here that can like banish a token and protect all your spell and traps. So like if you banish that token and then your opponent does anything else, you get another token. And essentially it's token beatdown. It's kind of a way, like you sit on your vanilla 2k and your token and you just hit for 4k every turn. If everything goes correctly.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of an ideal situation.
Okay.
And this deck actually did take a hit with Metaverse and Terraforming both going to 1.
Yeah.
So I'm trying a build that tries to make up for that by, instead of playing 1 of each of those, I'm playing 3 Demise of the Land.
And plus Demise is quick effect, right?
It is a quick effect. So it's essentially functions a lot like how Metaverse functioned in the deck. You just set it turn 1, and then when your opponent does something, you activate it, so you can get your tokens on board right away.
Yeah. So it's always guaranteed for the field spell.
Correct. Yeah. That's the big thing. Is if you can see the field spell, most games will go okay for you. If you don't, it can be a struggle, because then you're just playing vanilla beatdown stun without the token part. And the searching for a Phantasm's card is relevant, because you search for Phantasm Spiral Battle, which, as long as you control only normal monsters, you have to at least control 1. It's a hand trap that pops a card.
Okay.
And you can play it directly from your hand when Umi's up, which this field spell is treated as Umi.
That's really good.
Yeah, and that being treated as Umi is relevant to a couple other cards in the deck too.
Alright.
So that's pretty cool. The other card that's relevant to Umi is Sea Stealth Attack.
Okay.
This card's insane in this too. Not a once per turn, if your level 5 or higher water monster battles a monster, at the start of the damage step, destroy that monster.
Not targeting, is it?
Correct.
Nice.
I believe. Yep, if your water monster whose original level is 5 or higher battles an opponent's monster, destroy that opponent's monster.
That's really good.
And then it has the protection effect of once per turn you can banish a water monster till the end of the turn, and then all your spell and traps can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects.
That's really good.
So like all the floodgates you play in this that just stay up on the field just get protected, which is pretty insane.
So you're always guaranteed it to stun and do what you want.
Correct. Like this week at Locals, I played against the Demise Ritual deck, and he kept trying to wipe my field, and I would just proc this, and he couldn't destroy enemy floodgates, and he couldn't do anything.
Really good.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that card's insane in this.
It's more or less everything revolves around the field spell.
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
It is a field spell deck. Then you play 3 Super Poly, because it's insane. You can just have removal, and this card shouldn't be at 3, honestly.
No, it should not. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, it really shouldn't be at 3. The whole extra deck is targets, by the way. I'm not even going to show the extra deck, because it's whatever relevant Super Poly targets are going on in the meta is what you play.
So, Mud Dragon...
Yeah, I play... I'll just show you 1 copy of each of the ones that I'm playing right now. You play 3 copies of whatever targets you want. So I'm playing the these right now. 1 copy, 3 copies of each of these just makes your whole extra deck.
Yeah. All right.
And that way you play extravagant, so you don't necessarily always banish the cards that you want to keep.
So at least always guarantee a super poly target.
Correct. Yeah, that's kind of the ideal. I think the really good ones right now are Dragostapelia and Starving Venom because everything's dark right now.
Yeah.
Like playing against, if you play against BA, if you play against Thunder Dragon, if you play against any stuff like that.
Oh, trust me, I remember the BA.
Yeah,
Trust me. It hit me hard with that.
Yeah. Full Solemn package now. 3 and 3. Used to be 3 strike, 1 judgment, 1 warning. Now you can play 3 judgment. Also the 3 mismatch judgment because I wasn't ready to play 3. Yeah. So, you know.
Ghost Rare, Secret.
4 and Secret. And then just a BLLR one that I found in bulk.
You're a madman.
Yeah. And then 3 strike is super relevant because if you can strike any, like, against the any Orcus decks that are popping up, if you strike the Mermaid, it's super good.
Yeah, strike the Mermaid, strike anything.
Again, locals played against Orcus Luna Lights, strike the Mermaid, and they can't do much.
Huh.
It's pretty cool. 3 Imperms.
Yep.
Again, budget. If you want to, I think this card's more budget than it ever has been.
Yeah.
But if you want to play a budget version, you can play Lost Wind. You can play Veil. I wouldn't play Veiler because it conflicts with Card of Demise.
Yeah.
That's why I don't play any hand traps in it.
Okay.
Because it conflicts. Because you don't want to discard them at the end of the turn with Card of Demise.
Yeah, that one won't do good.
Yeah. But any other traps that have effect negation.
Okay.
Can replace that if you don't want to splurge for that, which is totally understandable. Then 2 lose 1 turn.
Now why not 3?
It used to be 3, and then when Metaverse and Terraforming got hit, I put it down.
Okay.
Because I wanted to fit in the more Solemns, and I wanted to fit in Demise in the land and stuff.
Yeah.
And then 1 Skill Drain.
Skill Drain,
yeah. All you have to do is just draw Skill Drain and you win. It's pretty easy.
No effects can be activated, right?
Effects can be activated, but they're all negated.
Okay.
So you, like, cost can still go off, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Again, against the Luna Light stuff, this was pretty good.
Against anything that has effects in this meta, which is everything.
Yeah.
Like
any monster effects.
Yeah.
Thunder Dragons use a lot of monster effects.
Yeah.
You can kind of say no to a lot of it. It's pretty cool.
Thunder Dragons, Orcus, everything.
Yeah. Biggest weakness of this deck is going second for sure.
Okay.
Which is why the side deck can be some stuff that's helpful for going second ideally. I didn't really put together a good side deck, but this is kind of what I just had. 3 Cosmic Cyclones for spot removal for like any floodgates that counteract you.
Now why not Twin Twister out of that?
Because I don't like discarding cards.
Okay.
And most of the time I'm not going to have cards to discard after demising.
Fair enough.
And banishing cards can be more relevant. 3 Dark Bribe for if they like evenly match you or something along those lines.
Yep.
You can kind of hopefully just say no to that. 3 Paleozoic Dinomischus.
Banishing a card.
Banishing a card. Again, the discard isn't always ideal because
Yeah.
it's discard to cost. So, like, it's not ideal, but it also can come back from the grave as a water monster, which can be relevant for this deck too. So, like,
Oh, so you use the trap.
yeah, you can use Sea Stealth Attack to banish that to protect your cards, which is
Alright.
kind of a cool tech, I guess.
Yeah.
It was something I'm trying out. And then my other super secret tech,
Oh god.
2-pronged attack.
What the hell is this thing?
So it's obviously an old card. I don't think it's the best card to be playing in this deck, but I think it's really cool. So it destroys 2 of your monsters and 1 of your opponents, which obviously is pretty much always a neg.
Yeah.
But for
The field spell, you also get the token
yeah,
back.
you can recycle your tokens. So if you have like a vanilla and a token, or like the Paleozoic and a
Yep.
token or something, you can destroy those 2 and hit your opponent's normal summon in decks that are super reliant on it. Like if you're playing against Dracos and they're relying on their 1 monster that they can get out, and you can just get rid of that. That
Yep.
can be pretty relevant.
Okay. That's
that's why.
really interesting.
It's yeah, it's definitely not the most ideal card. There are definitely better cards. Like again, evenly matched would probably be really good in this. There's a lot
Yeah.
of going second cards that would probably be better in the side for this.
But you're also playing 12 cards right now, as it
Correct.
is, right?
Yeah, I'm not completely finished with this deck
Yeah.
at the time.
So for anyone that out there that actually wants to add those in, you have
Yeah,
room.
definitely look for going second cards. I think
Yeah.
that's the best thing to be playing in the side deck right now. That would be
Alright.
my advice. Because going second kind of sucks with this,
Even
especially
with
against
Super Poly and
yeah, but against meta stuff, it's pretty hard.
yeah. All right, that's really cool.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for letting us do this.
Yeah, of course. It's a cool deck.
Yeah.
I highly recommend people try it out.
All right.
You get to play this. Like, what other decks play this? That's such a cool card. Check
Plus it's
this
2000.
out.
Yeah, it's
That's
2000.
so cool. Yeah.
So
Who doesn't like 2K vanilla beaters?
yeah, 4-star, easy to normal summon.
Yeah.
It's like playing what was the card that I was originally playing?
Yeah.
The Dino.
Yeah.
was
And how many
actually-
other decks can you normal summon a vanilla and plus off of it?
Not wrong.
Like, that's so cool.
Also, you have free special summon off it from the spell.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for
Yeah,
letting us
of
do
course.
this. hopefully you guys enjoyed, and check out all the videos we did. Thanks, UK. Bye.